Kwasia life nkwa no akokora kwasia no a wode te America ho no eno no onimbo enkokora ne ye won kwasia fo obi wo ko pension ete America itumi tam wo pension money na wo de ama young girls and ho ye wo fe ontwa ne nufu no mfambrɛ ontwa na yase no mfambrɛ wo akokora kwasia no a wo te America ho no wo life no no na yetimi age wo $8 million. Will be the third dime wahanwa to talkers. So I'm waiting for the government of Ghana to put his hand upon all the assets of that young man. Sell it and give those people's money back to them. As I speak to you last Thursday, Canadian Embassy has intercepted almost 30 cars and Keba Ghana, all stolen. Stop your nonsense. But we would change what this canton in minimum. I'm telling you.
Ebusia, Mutagi Abutrika Mami, and Muamuya scammers were Ghana no. Prophet Kofi Oduro say, Saso Tagi, MTN, Vodafone, any other telecommunication companies Amu Ghana has say, including in Krofua Omu Kwasoria, Omusha Rizim, Unim Rizim, Atadia, Yesha, Fituti, Ebepimu Nasen, Atadena Kova Bibia, Sankofono, Omu Tree Makeup, Omu Nyamuti, Efisomusi Eboni, Naso Ebusia, Prophet Kofi Oduro say, Umakuma mu de fi ene wo ho wa send message e de amasan ko no na ebusia Saso Tagi apostle ko agima mama because ono ene ebusia o preach against ema omu ye makeup ene ema omu bo muti ene ema omu hye atade short ebusia Saso Tagi no na ka kire ni say atula kusan
imalakundi kasalahan yekufufunka ilea tukalin imanduka awunduka lihasia amalaya kutum kasalahasa
ebusia she kivo hot pepper. I have good news TV media and amount one ebusia. I'll not waste your time. Let's go straight to Prophet Kofi Oduro Nakachi. Then got a messenger or the magana for messenger or the magana for boni ayo makuma muma.
2 young brothers, woman ye pragia drivers, woman no woman ye didi. Who be free another kroma baba because boys be chipragia oma baba fan a girl. It was basu on the boys in a babeko. You describe a boy no boy crona children but unim boy cro. She's a kind and was one anime girl dying and I was sitting in a kikan. Oh pa no the awono. Straight no the awono. Nini ajina ho who see a won in Yasika in Adiana wuye. Oh straight no the awon in Yano. These boys bled to death. As I'm speaking to you on this Sunday morning, whilst the seer is in clerical suit, beautifully with his wife, there are 2 boys from one womb who are in a mortuary right now. Dead bodies everywhere. How can you explain the kind? As one catch you, how do you explain this? And the adrenaline why you did thing me feel say me catch now and you got some edging up backwa and by now your blessing will be like the radiance of the sun. I'm telling you. Many years ago, 2001, went to do Kwawu for Christ crusade. In the crusade, I saw abomination in Ghana in a place between Bome and Upo. There is a cemetery in between. There are cluster of cemeteries there. Yeah. Whilst in the, young people have gathered there. I met abomination on the streets in my own hometown. People have come gathered. Young people into the middle of the road. They poured libation on the streets of Obome and Opo and made statements like Satan one yebesomo yedawase on the streets. And you say, Missy, you were in that crusade. I was there. People poured strong liquor on the streets of Obome and declared, they said to themselves, hey, we want to serve Satan. Then a young lady came out like that and said, me pebema wa wakuku drone namye. Ya ubeti me ada wo kwemu ha abreni pene kweshia fameko. I'm talking to you about Ghana. Sabranine 2001. We are now in 2026. Tell me the intensity that have come into the minds of people. Our sorry have rejected the gospel ourselves. We have turned it into merchandise. Akwanchira di jiske frim krofo nchen. Akwanchira di jim krofo yirenom. Akwanchira di dinsiku. Ubiti ya sorry de matamnini ya tutenkruwem. Etanu uhunu professor fe. This is the level of hatred. As I'm speaking to you, there is a young, beautiful actress. Ofa kushibira bo akushisemwa all over. And watinyam semase. Ote niema ye kan wo TV ni radio see and we TV. And we esa so bi ben wo ko. So for hu actress ya. Akotu asi Abai so manakoma ase kura Kristo no mpese otini dimpe. Because we have formed ourselves a religion. When I say a religion, I'm not talking about Christianity. Because Christianity is not a religion. Christianity is a lifestyle. Christianity is a culture. Christianity is a revelation. Yeah. If God does not reveal himself to you directly, you have no clue. Yeah, but preaching, I see the glory of the Lord coming upon you with an Italian 10 years visa. Hey! Not demo. If you would have seen cash and it all. Yeah, won't you come so up a 10 years. What phone for sick phone for this year? What Bob this year 9,000 wouldn't you? A cheaper to watch and I bet Tanadema 2 hymns. Now buy and I may catch or God will give you 10 years visa. Now when you are jet, Abrakasha woto and where you cheaper to watch. And I'm a cramming when you into us our phone for you cram a come masam. Freeze a whoop crumb for our warm account. Wope nipa ye greedy phone for an account. Wope nipa woman ye more no phone for an account. Nanka mo phone for a said the mwenye sika every Ghana for nje. Nanka mo kasa hospital se wo krumu na ya fa. We will clean it up and refurbish it nicely. Ubia obeko these hospitals ano ye tuya ho kanka monko hospital free. Move phone free and kenchemo. To make kase nyami be tuya mo ka phone for on account. I'm telling you. I'm seriously telling you. Nyo ma chichire no mo de ko mo kurum. No ma chichire no mo de ko mo kurum. Hwe kwan ya mo nam so. Ti mo amowa ha no mo nwene ho da. That you have a social obligation and a human obligation and a hospitable obligation. Bible says munya ho ye eka asenka ye no ho nyamesompa ya esawurade ani eni so obi ekohwe nyisia enyanka eni ekunafo na wotwe no ho firi ewiase bone atono ne dem nyamesompa esawurade ani no Yakob ngoma no etiri de kan yimu aye du no nso ede kro nyameso godliness that is acceptable in the eyes of God. He made it as a true religion that is acceptable in the eyes of God. Is that people go to take care of orphans and widows and eschew evil and eschew evil. Dia dance here chere me say ewiase awie yaba enye eba adie na kasa chere me ase ewiase awie aba owie school nya adwuma onya adwuma wo yintua neka obitimi ye adwuma 2 years yes akatia tiakam. Something is wrong. Enya abai na niska na nka Ghana abai pa to tenanse never. Look at the revenues that comes to us. Yeniska says sit down. Something is wrong beyond that. With the church data to Ghana data who ultimately will say well mining near this word when I'm catching the data of the church, the structures of the church is unbelievable. The church can tell there are 13 carpenters in this church. There are 5 teachers in this church. There are 13 caterers in this church. Data tells them that. Because Almighty will be. Almighty will be. And I know they catch them. As the cameras be a police force, we have been praying for this for a long time. Now I'm saying, what about the people who cross the streets? On authorized street crossing. But there are cameras in China. Red light, pedestrian, camera never pick facial recognition. Actually, nipa we baby, I would take Juma away. I bet chow. Ye nipi. BN was who data that picks facial recognition. Facial recognition will tell me the person who killed the man will say the police officer that was shot in the bullion van at Accra Central. The check investigation bullet say was the police service bullet in the say. And basically justice for Emmanuel say didn't come. Same as the Takrade girls. JB Danko do same. I'm telling you a gospel line gospel. Yeah. Telling you something. It is in Yami wo tunshida eguni paswa wo shekomano. Matthew chapter 5 verse 8. Wama wa kume mutie no tunshida guomoso. Bekono me gumaya afie de kwa sore memre daye de stop your nonsense. Komano ni nyameshe enye your thing. Heaven, trousers, makeup, and all that. Mokrana mobe bonsem jemube dru hokane. Mokomani a fokra chain womwa eteteha. I'm telling you, atadie sinenase, but we would dinich and you would sekanto ni I'm telling you, we would dinich answer. Make us say next week more mote Umubi kokwe. Any pa ehwemi wo onia TV, any footprint, any amansign. Me say, make us say, yenichire kwe. The people are the same people. Ombema condom wa shoto. Ewon price obo pepiase. Enkwetia. Any atibiye. Enkoko. Traffic BC from New GGT. Kosi se ebefro bepono. Ajantrafo ede wo ho be gym entetekwafo enso de wo ho be gym ye bu wo. The Bible said adwamai abesanipa eminimu tese na ntwia ye de ahoma san kon na ye twena kokuno. The Bible said that adwamankro no anti ebema be medipa no sini. I'm telling you yasumu fidie Easter yi hwe no wantom. Ebra yesum ken fidie bonne ne sum ken fidie we nyame ka kire se ken bonne abebutu pra no hweye na bonne amu amfans frisa we ye de ya ken enka wanim bete. Friday a young man was released to the FBI that in 2 weeks if he does not come to prove that his arrest is witch hunting, FBI can take him and repatriate him to the United States for romance scam to the tune of $8 million. They are to dying, they are to talk cars and all that. That girls who do a chino, my bodam, na yako party near Tuske Gunkrofoso at the expense of somebody. Akokurebite ye America yana yasi hiyane chene mkwaji. Kwasiya life nkwano no akokora kwasiya no awodete America hono enu no nimbo. And I just quoted the scripture. The Bible said fenyina mabrante wan hie ni wan nyansani echen akokora kwasiya wontie futuo bio. Nkokora ne ye won kwasiya fuo wum ake oke o r a akokora kewe ase I a kwasiya. Nkokora ne ye won kwasiya fuo wum obi wo ko pension eti America. It me time wo pension money now what they are my young girls and when you fe untwa ne nufu no fambro untwa na yase no fambro wo akwakora kwasia no a wo te America ho no life no na yetimi age wo $8 million will be the third time wa hanu to talkers then wa because this generation pebre a train woman person wo de dwen eye adwuma Ubim penny sika na woje. Now be people like that or sorry the nature of ushers will be different from here sumiska. Asume si na bano ne de na baba betena akunya kesies. Why? Because kromfo no akwa wieska. So I'm waiting for the government of Ghana to put his hand upon all the assets of that young man. Sell it and give those people's money back. to them. As I speak to you last Thursday, Canadian Embassy has intercepted almost 30 cars and Keba Ghana. All stolen. All stolen. Bound for the Republic of Ghana. 30 cars. A party were cantonments, North Legon, East Legon, na yenia Jessica for no Zika for a chrome for. I'm telling you the truth. Incident nim.
Inti ebusia, Prophet Kofi Oduro. Abra ebinum ti se Captain Smart and some of the journalists and Ghana for ye bompa say ye beyi Trica afri police for catching no. Prophet Kofi Oduro no so say yemfa Trica enko announce sika wa wi afri abrofo ni chen no yemfa ko. Na Prophet Kofi Oduro aka me de ma bisa se obi ewo abrocheman mu na ono de young girl a wo Ghana na yase na opeso hwe na ohwa kohwe ade a ye nhwe na ne sika ko a esi day no sa nipa no sei no e wo say de ongira ne chi because say penyin a wo ya kokura ope bibifo ya ase aho a na bibifo no so omudi omu adwen etimi bi ti sa penyin we na omugi ne sika a say eye ni boni so aketua e na wanya no nti so so a osu so atiase because who ya penya by this time no and I was aware who to incrofo say na ye be live your life konkron e we rade mu say na ye be live your life emfa ye nko boni mu anan say emfa ye nko sohwa mu na wo sa penyi no wuti America ho na incrofo ya ase na wo person hu e wo Ghana ase a say America no wabo adwaman ni saa masisi ano umpa America for ni biom upe before you want to explore more. Now say if you are exploring, now in so I explore wa. I can wait there you draw store. I don't see anything wrong with this because there are people in Africa almost know they are exploring. They want to explore different money, different ways of making money. And you know, say if you are exploring a Jamaican, no be so exploring another way of making money. Na mu be shia, amaga shia, and a yahu amagahu. Ghana and assembly their doors so be can unwie. I go to News TV. Mediani Amano, Ebusia Mestre, so be subscribe video no like, send a bear, ya de fufroba, Ebusia, Usabeka, Ebusia, Yakrao.